We're very lucky that we've just had our brand new catalogue released, and it'll be for May and June. So if you haven't seen the great new products in this catalogue, hop on one of our websites and have a look, because it is really fabulous. So I'm going to talk to you about the first paper suite in here, and it's the Aurora paper suite. So the Aurora paper suite has just the most beautiful colour palette, and it has a bit of an adventure theme, bit of an outdoors theme. But the prints in here are so beautiful, you'll be using them for all sorts of things. So here's our colour palette, and look, these are colours that I probably wouldn't necessarily have always put together. Evergreen, peacock, sapphire, eggplant, linen and charcoal, and sage as well, and they just look beautiful together. And that's what I love about our close to my heart paper suites, is they give you the whole color palette to use. And so even if it's a color palette that you wouldn't normally use, it gives you the chance to experiment with different colors, and that means that all your pages aren't looking the same with you using your same go-to colors all the time. It's pushing you to try different combinations, and this is a sort of a dark combination, but it looks stunning together. Okay, so here we are. We have the Aurora paper pack, and can come with or without a sticker sheet, and a coordinating cardstock pack. There's these lovely blue acrylic shapes, and there's also now a lovely cricket collection that goes just with these lovely themes. And there's also a set of Picture My Life cards for the pocket scrapbookers, but you can quite easily use these for all sorts of things, for regular scrapbook pages and for cards. So they are really beautiful. Okay, so I'll show you some of those things now. So this is our colour palette. As I said, just a beautiful combination of colours, and I just love working with this. It works beautifully. So here's our paper pack. So the first sheet, we have this lovely blue triangle zip strip at the top, and then the arrows in the multicolours. Now all our paper is two-sided, so the back of this one gives us this print here, with the beautiful mountains going off into the distance, and that's great for so many outdoor activities. Just imagine a snow page on this. It would just be gorgeous. Okay, so the other thing I wanted to point out, I know some of my other consultant friends have pointed it out in their videos, but I'll say it again in case you weren't aware. The back of the zip strip has the name of the paper collection, and it also gives the featured colours. So that's wonderful, because if you pull out this piece of paper, which, you know, is obviously grey, you know the colours that are going to tone in with that collection because they're listed right there on the top. Okay, so this is a beautiful print. I wonder if I can lift it up and see if you can see the detail in that. It's got a little triangular, a little diamond, that's the word I'm looking for, diamond pattern on there. It's really beautiful, and another great zip strip. And then this plaid on the back of it. I just love this. I've used this a heap. I guess there's a little bit of Scottish in me. I just love that plaid look. Then there's this beautiful stargazer paper. Again, just beautiful for any outdoors or nighttime shots, or anything where you want to feature the great outdoors. This is a beautiful zip strip. I've also used this one quite a lot too. This has got to be my favourite, absolute favourite piece. It's got this beautiful Aurora skyline and the trees at the bottom. So just such a gorgeous piece of paper for scrapbooking. It's just beautiful. Okay, and then this is the sticker sheet that goes with it. So you can just buy the paper pack on its own, or you can buy it with the sticker sheet. And this sticker sheet has some foil on there as well, so you can see the holographic foil on there, which just gives that extra little bit of bling to the pages. So adventure is out there, the hiking boots, the lantern, the log. Now it does have the bears and the moose for our North American friends, and if you've been on a holiday over there, then it's perfect for that. But there's certainly plenty on here that we can use for our Australian outdoors as well. Okay, so I'm just going to show you some pages done up with these. Now what I've done with these is I've done some splattering in the background, but this one I forgot to splatter, so I splattered after I put these down. So that's why there's a few extra dots, but I'll cover those with my photos. So here's that beautiful sticker mounted on 3D foam tape. So if you want to pop a sticker up, a really good tip is to use a bag. Use the bag that you use when you're embossing to take all the static out, an anti-static pouch. If you rub it on the back of a sticker, then it won't be sticky anymore. So then when you want to raise it up like this, you don't have to worry about it sticking down onto the page. So that's what I did with that one. It also features these wonderful blue acrylic shapes. I have got them here. So you get all sorts of different shapes. There's a little caravan, there's trees, there's arrows, there's hearts, there's cameras, there's triangles, all sorts of stars, all sorts of different shapes. There's some words in there too. Escape, I think that one says. So there's all sorts of beautiful different acrylic shapes that just come up a treat to add that extra little bit of bling onto your page. Okay, so this is the page that goes with that. So they go side by side, using this zip strip that I really love, and place for a 5x7 photo there, and using all this. So this is a combination of the beautiful mountain paper on our sage background, and this is the little diamond print down the bottom. Okay, here's one using that beautiful Aurora landscape page. Adventure is out there, putting in some stars, place for 3 3x3 photos, and a spot for some journaling, and one of the acrylic arrows again. And this is the coordinating page. So with the boots and the lantern, stars again, just perfect for the outdoors. So this is a little panorama of all the different papers, and this is the top part of that Aurora landscape cut down just to give a beautiful background piece on its own. Okay, and then we have another Aurora background piece with a space for 6 lovely 3x3 photos and a place for journaling in the center from the sticker sheet. So as you can see, it's just a wonderful pack for scrapbooking, but you may have thought, well, okay, I'm a card maker, so that's obviously a scrapbooking pack, but I've also used it for some beautiful cards. So it certainly does any of our different themes. So I'll put that down there. So here we go. Take me to the mountains. I think we're all feeling a bit that way now, aren't we? We're all been locked in for so long, and the thought of just going somewhere and having a walk in the bush, in the forest, by a river, do some fishing, anything outdoorsy to balance the time we've had inside. So Take Me to the Mountains, I think that's a gorgeous card. Again, as I said, this is one of my favorites. And I've distressed the edge of the white here, just using my scissors and taken them along the edge of the white card. Now, the trick is don't open your scissors, because this is very sharp, and one, you could hurt yourself, and two, you could cut the paper too deeply. But if you just rough it up a bit, I'll just pull it up so I can show you the action. If you just rough it up with the side of your scissors, you get quite a nice distressed effect on the edge of the paper, and it just adds that extra little bit of texture to give these cards something a bit special. I've also used a water brush here to add in some extra detail on the mountains. So this is the stamp set and thin cut set for the Aurora scrapbooking thin cuts stamp set. It's just gorgeous. So this is scrapbooking stamp set, but I've used it on cards. It comes with these lovely shapes that you can cut out ready. So this oval window shape, oval here with the banner. There's cut out for this gorgeous little pine tree, and these other details as well, and the arrow, plus a few little extra stitching and triangles there to add some dimension to things. So that's the stamp set I've used, brand new as of the 1st of May. Okay, so here's my second card. Again, I've done some splattering here with my water brush and the ink from the palette part of my ink pad. So if you take your peacock, which is the colour I've used, and give it a squeeze, open it up, you see then you get some ink here on the lid. These are our magnetic ink pads, by the way, so they just go together so easily, snap together, beautiful and firm, but easy open when you're working. And then you just take your water brush and you can pick up that ink from there, and you can either paint with it. Say if I wanted to paint in the end of the arrow here, I could just add a little bit of detail, or if you push through a little bit more water, you can splatter it like that. Okay, so moving on from that one. This one says adventure outside. I've crossed it in and put adventure inside to send to one of my friends just to stir them up a bit. Okay, and now these ones I've changed stamp set to our Keep Your Head Up stamp set. Keep your head up and your heart strong. And I think that really says a lot in these times at the moment. So beautiful blue acrylic hearts. Again, one of the lovely zip strips. And there's that little triangle border that I've stamped there. Use the splattering again, and my favourite print there with the plaid design. So that tree is just beautiful, and I just love that. I've used that there with first, second and third generation stamping. If you're not sure what that is, it means you stamp once and then without re-inking stamp a second time, and that becomes second generation, and then stamp a third time, and that's third generation. So you're using all the different colours within your ink as it gets paler and paler each time you stamp. So that creates a lovely effect.